Bye.
Oh, there we
Thank you.
go.
So
And we're
last
still having
session,
fun.
we left off
Yes.
with Radel and Totu still in the mine area.
Yes.
Tior, Zion, and Radel, who is not Radel, sorry, Jogath, who is not joining us this evening, were in the docks or had run off into the city. I can't remember which one.
Run off into the
We
city.
were in the city. We were gonna go find some place. We were resting, I believe, at an inn. And
You
figuring
were
out what we
resting at
gonna
an
do.
inn.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you want to sleep in the streets.
Yeah, we were at an inn.
That will cost you 1 gold per night per room.
I think they only had one room. I don't know. All I know is that they were in an inn.
I'm just explaining the price
Yeah.
because I don't think I did that last session. I think we just said you went to an inn.
I mean, I'm not sure the orc would like to share a room with the couple.
He's already a third wheel like every single time anywhere else. So for two couples.
It's fine. He won't mind.
Fuck.
So did you have you planned a way of getting Radel and Totu out of?
Zion thinks that they should give Radel and Totu a chance to get back on their own.
Oh.
We've known each other a week, Toto. It's fine.
What?
We've known each
Good
other
luck.
for like a week.
Oh.
So Radel and Totu, what is your plan?
Well, Ray's original plan was to fly up to the little cave and like hide because he's really good at that. But now he's got a glow stick.
Hi. A glow stick with
I mean, one of the caves is there are a couple of the caves that are just empty.
Yeah, no, I was planning on going up to the little tiny one, the one that you can only fly to.
Yep. Yeah, that would be completely empty.
Yeah, and since Totu's like he weighs nothing.
You could carry him.
Yeah.
So you are spending the night in a cave.
I am not sleeping.
I am because
You
exhaustion.
I am not sleeping. Totu is.
Shit, sorry.
Okay. So it is now morning. What is your plan?
Is it before? Like I was planning to leave before sunrise.
You could leave before sunrise. That is fine.
Great. I'm going.
Oh.
Are you going to wake Totu up?
Yes. I can't fly with things in my arms. So, Radel shakes Totu awake.
Hello.
Totu, wake up. It's time to leave.
Oh. They haven't come back?
Good thing they didn't.
Fair enough. What is your what was your plan?
Well, I do have wings.
Oh.
I know it's a little earlier than you normally wake up, but I need you to hold on tightly to my back and stay as hidden as possible.
I can try the holding on part. I don't think the staying hidden is really up to me.
Well, you're smaller than I am, so
Yeah.
don't poke any limbs out.
How am I going to hold on to you then?
Look, just do your best. I'm sure it'll be fine.
So, what is the plan?
I
With
hold on.
Toto on his back, Radel is going to fly out while it's
'Kay.
dark. Well, while it's almost sunrise.
Let's just pretend I
Okay.
think of a star or something.
And then,
That is a very good question. I just want to leave the quarry.
how?
I mean, that is a very good question.
It is. Which is why I'm asking it.
Like, I only just remember that you said the walls were like 200 foot high.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Basically, the only way to exit this quarry is through the gate. Or back the way you came.
Yeah. Can we check if there's a guard at the gate?
Roll me a perception check.
Sight or hearing?
Sight.
Damn.
You could technically try and hear the steps of the car.
Amongst all of the other shit that is going on in the quarry. And
I can
your
dream.
reaction is listen for one specific person.
I can dream. Wait, what's my insight? Perception, not insight. What the fuck am I saying? There it is. Ah, yes, roll +4 because that's a dice.
God damn it.
13.
Error in roll. Unexpected input. What the hell was the 5KL?
Oh.
It's a not one.
Oh.
I forgot how to do the keep lower thing.
Oh, I see. Well, I mean, there is a guard. You would think this gate is always manned. But you are also blind.
Yay.
So
Blind as a bat,
currently you are flying in the sky with a glow stick on your back and cannot see anything.
Sight isn't as important because I have echolocation,
Yeah.
but it's not great.
The echolocation at this point is rendered pretty much useless by the sound of the quarry.
Wonderful.
You are blind. So, what next?
Oh, is there any chance you could skip to the docks again like yesterday?
What? What do you? Huh? It's not like I tried to.
But this time you will, and so you won't land in the water.
And then what?
Then I will be in a better position to slip past the guards.
What about me?
Will you, though?
We're going.
I mean, you can attempt to try and repeat those actions.
This is going to go great.
This is not working out well. Why did you throw me with a glow stick?
What is
While this is happening, I'm assuming Tior and Zion are still asleep because this is extremely early hours of the morning.
Well, I don't know about Tior, but Zion definitely is.
I think
Is
it's
Tior
better
out
if I-
picking up random people?
I don't know, Tior, you muted.
Sure.
I would assume I'm just getting back in.
Oh.
You're just getting
Maybe.
back in.
Maybe.
Well, you need to make that choice because I need you to make me a
Yeah.
dice roll if you are.
Oh no. Okay, I am just getting back in. I need to roll the dice then.
Just roll me a flat d20.
Okay. And I have. Okay, it's already ready. No, do not. 18.
You spent the night wandering around the town trying to find somewhere suitable for you to earn some money. However, you did not find anyone that meets the requirements of your job.
Okay, I tried.
Yeah, so you are just getting back, but unfortunately you did not come across anyone that you could woo.
Mm,
Unfortunately.
mhm.
Radel and Totu,
Um.
my,
what's your plan?
my original plan was to go invisible, teleport, and go invisible again, but it's not going to work now.
um,
I could cast a fog cloud, or
I first
like
let's try and land.
I would,
I
but I
can
can't see anything.
I can
I can't
use
hear anything.
I can use glide and actually do the correct things this time and not float away.
Um, you, yeah, you could.
And now you're the one holding on to me, I think.
My hair in this light looks like it's basically grey.
Shiny,
It's not, but
shiny
Yeah, it
hair.
does.
I'm old. I'm not that old.
I completely understand how you feel. Like
D-
I'm like salt and pepper, and I'm a year younger than you.
I mean, my hair in the summer goes really blonde anyway, but in this light on the camera, it literally looks like grey. And as far as I'm aware, I haven't started going grey. I haven't actually found any grey hairs yet.
I have found some white hairs on me.
My partner found a grey hair the other day and she was mortified.
Oh, I bet.
I'm just waiting for this to go grey. If it goes grey, I'm just going to keep it a bit like this, have it looking, nice. If it grows white, I'm gonna grow like a Chinese. I'm not. My partner would cut it off while I sleep, but I'd go to sleep one day with like a really long mustache and beard, and then I'd just wake up and it'd be like nothing. I'd be like, where'd it go?
The gods said no.
That's a very accurate statement. So you're gonna try and glide,
And actually use the goddamn spell.
okay? To where?
That's a good question.
Hopefully towards the town.
The town that has
There are 200-foot walls around the entire quarry.
And I don't think light lets me go up, so.
No. And Radel can't fly above 200 foot. I think the max ceiling height for Radel is probably going to be like 90 to 80 foot, unless we've predetermined it.
We have not.
So, yeah, your max height is going to be about 90 to 80 foot. That you can fly unassisted without needing to stop.
Okay, considering that Radel is blind, probably just back to safety.
Let's go back to the cave.
What option do I have?
Radel has told you that he has a fog and a sleep spell.
Well,
He's
yes.
also
You continue.
I've been working on illusions. They're not very good at the moment, but I should be able to cast a minor one.
Well,
Ooh.
first we need you to see. So, first,
Well,
let's.
not necessarily. I just need to know what I'm doing.
It's fine, Radel. You can now see again.
Okay,
Yay.
cool. Let's go.
But
Like
still,
the blindness doesn't last for very long when you roll a nat one on perception. But yeah, you basically like try and look, and you do something really silly, and you actually take your glasses off to try and look. Because oh, that'll help me see further. Sunrise is in the exact same direction that you are looking.
Oh dear.
So you essentially just went, "Oh my god, son!" Oh, fuck, I'm blind.
So, do you want me to? Wait, now that you can see again, I don't think you need to glide anymore. Do I?
look, I didn't get much sleep. So,
Okay, fine, I'll glide.
and what am I supposed?
What did you tell me to do?
I don't remember.
Hang on.
That's literally what you told him to do.
Yes, but Radel hasn't slept, so he's a little out of it.
Yes.
I would also maybe advise. That's a great line. I would also maybe advise not spending long periods of time without sleep.
No.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Tior tries to climb into bed, and Zion points to the bathroom sink. Wash first. The only
Okay.
thing that springs into my mind there is Zion has essentially assumed that Tior got lucky. And as they're about to get into bed, they're like, "Nah, you stanky, wash."
Yeah, basically.
Anyway, we.
Tior will begrudgingly go and wash.
We.
This is actually quite a nice inn, so there is actually a bathtub in the bedroom. However, you're gonna have to like I like my D&D campaigns to be set in days of ye old yonder. So
Oh
as you
dear.
can imagine, this bathtub would need to be filled by a I don't know whether to call them like a servant, because they're not really servants. They work for the inn. It's part of their job. But an employee would need to bring hot water from the kitchen or heat water over the fire to then pour into the tub for you. Or no, that wouldn't work. Light a fire under.
Oh yes.
So this is what it feels like to be a lobster. Always wondered what soup felt like. Pretty good. Try and get out the water. Oh no, I'm still a little bit al dente. I'll just soak for a little longer. I mean, Radel and Utu need to be coming up with a plan at this point, and I was not lucky, but I will still wash.
Our current plan is fuck all.
I'm
I've
aware.
told you what I can do, but Rachel's too tired to think of it. So come up with a plan, Totu.
Maybe we can use what we used in the cave when those goblins were doing things, and I can do the frog thingy.
Scion just responds to Tior with, I don't need to know that. You smell. Go take care of it. So, Totu, what is your plan?
Simulate
Yes.
a morning fog, I think.
Yes.
Okay. And then
Yes.
Fly out through the gate.
fly out through
Glide.
the gate and
Yeah.
glide.
We.
You you can try and fly out through the gate.
We'll probably be close, huh? Is it closed first?
Roll me a perception check.
Okie dokie. Right. Please. Okay, thank you. Doot, 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 doot. 20. Not a nat one,
The
but a
gate
20.
is. Wait, what?
Not a nat one, but a 20.
Right. I thought you said a nat 1 but a 20, and I was like, how have you got a 19 modifier? Literally, that's what it sounded like you said. I was just like, how have you suddenly got a nat, like, a nat 1, but you've got a plus 19 modifier?
Anything below 10 becomes a 20.
So the gate is open, and there is a guard either side of it, and there is a gap of probably about what's that? About
I don't know.
2 to 3 foot.
Well, I'm small, so.
I am also small.
Yes.
What is your wingspan?
I'm going to be the one gliding, not Radel.
That is a
Radel said
very
they were
good
going to
question.
fly through the gate.
We were?
That's what Radel said.
Oh.
I am 3'8",
Right.
but I don't know how
But
big a
bats-
bat's wingspan is.
I was going to say bats' wingspan tend to be bigger than their body. Because obviously it's a very thin, like, membrane they have on their wings.
New plan. I'm going to teleport out the gate.
Cool.
Does anyone know roughly, like... There is a giant bat that is basically the same size as you, I think. Can't think what bat it is, but I'm sure there is a bat that is roughly the same size as your
In
character
D&D?
is. No, in actual life.
Whoops. Every time I try to look up giant bat, it sticks 5e at the end.
That's fine, I did it and my phone put battery.
Well,
It's
the
called
giant
a golden crowned flying fox.
fox. Yeah.
Golden crown flying fox wingspan.
1.5
Wow.
to 1.7 meters.
Or
5
feet.
feet 6 inches.
Mhm.
That's for a big bat.
That thing's wingspan is bigger than me. Or actually, it's the same size as me. I'm 5'6". I think.
I think.
I think. I don't really measure myself all that often. How tall is this thing?
21.7 inches? Like,
How
it's the size
tall are
of a human
you?
torso. I'm like
18.5 to 21.7 inches. How many feet is that? 6 inches to a foot.
Alyssa, if you're talking, I can't hear you anymore. Oh,
So 6,
1.8 foot.
18.
oh, there we go. There's your voice. You came back.
No, that's not. If this bat was in feet, 6 inches to a foot, 21.7 at its largest. So 6, 12, 18, 3 and a bit. Oh no, 12 inches to a foot, 2 and a bit.
I literally
Because
used
you're
the
bigger
calculator
than
on
that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm
you're gonna
like
have
twice.
oh,
I'm like twice the size of this thing.
so you're gonna have a wingspan that's twice the size of that thing.
3-meter wingspan.
Yay.
My wingspan is taller than Tior.
You... Jesus.
I always forget that wingspan is absolutely massive.
Yep. Unless you are based off a much smaller creature, but
Like a
in
bee.
how bats work, yeah, your wingspan is going to be double that of this creature. If you're a bird, that might be a bit smaller. But yeah, so your wingspan is going to be around
9'8". 3 meters is 9.8 feet.
yeah, yeah.
Yay.
9 feet and 10 inches.
Yeah, it's massive.
Yay.
Because, you know, and most bats actually have huge wingspans.
As a person who does not have wings in real life, I keep forgetting.
Yeah, wingspan's a thing.
So I am not going to fly out the gate.
No, you are not. However, if you ever fly in front of like the moon at any point, it's just going to be a bit like Batman.
We can bat signal in D&D.
You could, yeah. Yeah, if you fly in front of the moon at any point, people are going to shit themselves. They're going to think Dracula's around.
Suddenly, we're in an actual canonical D&Ds. As a riddle.
Believe it or not, I'm a small bat.
For a kind. Like, wherever you come from, I'm going to have to look at it. People are going to think that it's just inhabited by fucking vampires.
No one knows.
Or
Uh,
weird demonic creatures, like...
as far as anyone except Totu is aware, Radel appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah, no, I get that. I just mean in terms of, like, when we, you know, if we ever go back to where you are from.
They wouldn't know either. 'cause
Interesting.
reasons.
Yeah, but, like, in... there would still be an area, like, even if you don't know and so forth, there would still be an area that you come from. Or, like, where others of your type are.
Yeah, okay, that makes more sense.
So, like, you know, there would be somewhere your race.
Oh, that's what you meant. I thought you meant a different thing.
No, like, so wherever, like, your life started out, whatever, isn't necessarily needs to be known or whatever, but there would be in that area others of your race. You are not the only one of your race.
Well, no.
So wherever they are, people are going to think there's just weird demonic creatures or vampires because they just see these fuck off massive bats. They probably wouldn't even realize that they're sentient. They would just see giant bats and be like, oh shit. John, what? Grab the fucking garlic. I'm also actually slightly surprised that the others, when they met you, didn't assume you were a vampire of some form. Wait, there's a giant bat that's speaking to me? Witchcraft. Very plausible.
I mean, the others are 2 big-ass lions.
2 big ass lions in comparison to a bat is really fucking normal.
True.
Tabaxis, Aracochrons, bats. I think it's a homebrew race as well, isn't it?
Yes.
So, yeah, like all the races from standard D&D would exist in this realm, and Leonins are standard. Totu's not so standard, but not completely. People are probably looking at him and be like, bit weird, but probably an explanation. Talking bat, on the other hand, you'd be a bit like, okay, have you been cursed by a witch? Are you bound to forever immortality while drinking people's blood to sustain yourself? Better question, you're not going to drain me while I sleep, are you? Although, don't
No,
say that to
those-
T, or he might get the wrong idea.
Those would be my brothers. Joking.
Just imagine.
There are
Those are my brothers. I'm currently out trying to slay them.
no, there's a subspecies of my race that are vampire bats.
Oh.
See?
Vampire bat?
So are you a fruit bat then?
No.
Oh,
Da, 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 da.
I
I have my
think
torch. Burn them down!
no, in the first session we had established that I ate insects, which meant I didn't
Yeah.
need to buy rations anymore.
oh,
Yes, I
fair.
know. I was just making a point of, someone sees a talking bat and their first assumption is probably going to be, are you going to drink all of my blood?
It doesn't help that actually happens.
Yeah. So the plan is for Radel to teleport and Totu to sneak past.
Yuri, we go.
In a fog?
He is a torch. Is
Don't
he
worry
not?
about it.
I can make the fog glow with minor illusion.
Yeah, go for it.
So now you don't stand out, it's just glowing fog, which is just as weird.
Isn't the fog a concentration spell?
Yeah, but Totu's casting the fog.
So Totu has to cast the fog and sneak past the guards.
I mean, I can cast the fog if you need me to, Totu.
But then you can't cast the glowing.
No, minor illusion is a cantrip. So that
Does it
wouldn't-
require any movements or anything else?
Let me look up what these components mean. It requires a material.
Because I would say
Yeah.
casting another spell would definitely break concentration from the spell that you are maintaining. I might be wrong, but I would assume that unless you can literally like compartmentalize perfectly and be like, I'm concentrating on this spell while just doing this. If it only requires like you to say it, sure, it wouldn't break your concentration.
No,
If it requires you to move,
it does.
that would break your concentration, in my opinion.
Right, so I can make the fog glow, but it does mean you have to do a lot of work.
Okay.
I haven't been using Radel's voice at all.
That's
That's fine.
fine. I'm pretty sure people can tell the difference. So, Radel is going to cast the fog.
No, Totu's going to cast the fog. Radel's going to make it glow so that Totu isn't a glowing flashlight.
So, is Totu going to cast the fog and then you teleport and make the fog glow? Or are you teleporting and then getting Totu to cast the fog?
I mean, since minor illusion lasts for a minute, like the illusion will stay there for for that entire minute without me needing to do anything unless I dismiss it.
Yeah, I understand that. I just mean, in what order are we doing this? Because I need to know.
I would think that the fog comes first, then the glowing. But
Okay.
maybe not. Maybe the glowing is not a good idea, considering I need dim light to be able to teleport. Although Todu's light is dim light.
Yes, yes.
You would be able to. Right, we're going to do this bit first. So we're going to do like the only thing I can think here that's probably going to maybe assist a little bit better in how you're going to lay this plan out is possibly scout what you can see at the gate and through the gate.
Todu, you're up.
Hi.
I can try.
No, it's fine.
It'll need to be a perception and an investigation.
Who's doing it? So we don't
You.
both go and fuck up?
Whoever wishes to.
We
Oh,
could
Radel's
Aside
already
from
broken.
Tior and Zion, because they're not there. Zion yawns too early for you, and you always aid perfumes when you do this.
Oh, it was supposed to be add, not aid.
You
I'm
always
typing.
add perfumes when you do this.
Uh-huh.
Oh, as in he sprays himself with spritz when he goes to pick people up.
Yes.
There are perfumes, but they're quite expensive.
I'd imagine he probably had a bottle that he uses specifically for
He
this.
might have a little bottle.
I just have to check something.
I mean, when I say perfumes are expensive, I mean they're expensive.
Oh,
The best way for you to probably have like a nice smell about you would be to either carry a pouch of like dried flowers or potpourri on your being, or alternatively bathe in like flower water. So find some tulips or some lilies or some orchids or some roses or whatever flower, and essentially bathe in warm water with those petals, and you might get a bit of a scent. But specifically perfume would be expensive. Like only royalty would generally have it. But they
If
just
only you
always
had-
smell.
If only you had prestidigitation. I think that's the spell.
Investigation 22. Nice.
Right, I was supposed to be doing that.
Perception.
We can both do both, right?
Yes. Yeah, because you can both scout it and then feed back what you found out that you can see and
Yeah.
stuff.
So that's an 8. I still can't figure out how to
Oh
do
dear.
this.
That's perception and investigation. Okay, may I?
I will figure
Wait, why
out
did I do +5? It's
because
supposed
I
to
did
be,
+5.
it's supposed to be +4. Oops.
How did you do it before?
What?
Me?
Yeah,
I don't remember. That's the
you
thing.
you managed to do it on one of your previous.
I know, but I don't remember.
Anyway. So is it not exclamation point roll KL 2d20?
I keep forgetting that just editing it doesn't work.
Nope. Try exclamation KL roll. Nope. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, no, I was going to just like try different things in the
Be my guest. So what was your perception?
8.
8.
Yes.
So you can see that there are shadows on the other side of the gate. There are some places that you think you'd be able to teleport, but you're not entirely sure whether that would be within sight of any other guards, if there are any. Totu, you pretty much get the same information.
Coolio.
But Raidor's investigation allows them to realise that there are quite a few spots they could teleport to, whereas yours is kind of like, I can see one or two. Raidor's like, I could easily teleport through this gate. I just don't know if the guards will see.
Me.
Well, whether they'll see them or whether there's other guards stationed like inside the docks.
Did you bring your microphone closer to your face, Totu?
What?
Did you bring
Yes.
your microphone closer to your face?
Sorry.
don't need to apologise. It was just amusing because all we could hear for like a couple of minutes was just.
Oops.
It's fine. Totu's nervous
Casually
breathing.
eating it.
So, what order are we doing this in?
So I think fog, glow, teleport, Totu. But that's
Okay.
just my opinion. What does Totu think?
Well, definitely fog first, and then glow, because otherwise I'll be a fucking walking flashlight. So yes, that is indeed correct.
No, Totu has to go first because he actually has to actually get off my back before I can go down and teleport. There we go. Sorted.
Yes.
Okay. So you are back on the ground.
Correct.
Totu, you are creating a fog cloud,
Mm-hmm.
and then Radel, you are teleporting inside.
Um. Yeah,
Okay.
I think I'll teleport and then make it glow because then it'll distract them from me, hopefully.
Roll me a stealth check.
That one.
Well, you don't get spotted by the guards on the gate, but you do teleport right next to a guard.
Lovely.
Who then literally turns immediately towards you. And where'd you come from?
Honestly, not quite sure myself.
What are you doing here?
I was trying to get back to my companions.
Have you
Um,
got your papers?
no, that is precisely why I was trying to get back to my companions. We were separated, and unfortunately, they have them.
I'll have to put you in holding until we can verify that story. Where are your companions staying?
I probably should have found that out before I tried to go to them using this spell I had not tested yet.
And why weren't you with them initially?
Well, we're adventurers. We get separated quite often.
Roll me a persuasion check. At this point, the two guards on the gate have heard this other guy talking and are no longer facing the quarry. They are instead looking through the gate, trying to figure out what's going on.
It's a 70!
He nods, and that does make sense, but I'm still going to have to take you down to the holding cells until we can verify this. And again, we will need to know where your companions are staying.
Well, that might be a little bit of an issue.
As you
Oh.
are saying this, he does produce a pair of metal shackles, which he proceeds to place on you.
Uh, uh,
How do shackles work with arm wings?
They're not on your hands.
what?
Did he put a collar on the bed?
Well, he's shackled the feet
Oh, the feet. Okay.
and across the neck.
Oh,
Um, but it is also done in such a way that Radal's arms are crossed like this, and they can't move them.
Shit.
Are you past yet, Totu?
Yeah.
Are you sneaking past?
Sure. Yes.
Roll me a stealth check with disadvantage.
Whoa. I'll
What?
just.
Would he get advantage for the cards being distracted?
No, because he's a glowing little light, and you haven't managed to cast the glowing lights in the fog. So he is walking within a foot and a half of a person on each side who are currently, yes, they are looking in the opposite direction. However, there's just going to be a little glowing light that walks past them.
That's a 6.
Well,
We might need help. I hope you've managed to get those papers.
they're not even awake yet. They don't even know any of this has happened. They're just having their little lovers' tiff. Go wash, you smell. Okay. I do this for us, so we can live this lavish lifestyle. I don't care, you stink.
Well, I know that they were planning, because if you look at downtime roleplay, they were planning to get papers.
I know you were planning on going getting the papers, but you aren't really awake at this point.
No, I totally understand. I know they were planning on it, though.
Yeah. So Totu, as you stealthily make your way past the guards, your light gives you away.
Oh, no.
They literally turn to where you are, and you realise I've definitely been seen.
Yeah.
Because you hear them turn, and you're like, ah, fuck. One of them immediately lowers his halberd so that it blocks your path.
Oh, no.
Also, the fog has now vanished as well,
Oh, no.
because this has completely broken whoever's concentration it is.
Mine.
So, yeah, that they then just turn to you, and one of them goes, "Excuse me, what are you doing?"
Oh, I was just wondering. Because of the fog, I couldn't see anything. Sorry.
And what is your intention?
I had no intention to do anything. I was just walking.
And where have you come from?
My bag. Like, I'm. Turn around. That's the way I came.
Do you turn around and point to the quarry?
Okay, Totu.
No. Wait. Hold on.
This is going so well. Drogath's going to come back, and it's going to be like everyone's in prison.
I was with a friend, but I got lost.
You were where, sorry?
I was with a friend, but I got lost.
But how did you end up here?
I did the spell wrong, and I accidentally got blown away near here.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Well, technically, it's true. So, like.
Still got to roll a persuasion check. Just because it's true, don't mean this guy believes you.
I mean,
It's a
it just
flat
means it's
D20,
not
right?
deception instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a flat D20. That's a 17.
He. I suppose that is possible. Have you got your papers?
My what?
Your papers.
Oh, no. They got blown away while I was writing. the wind.
Roll me a persuasion check. Radel,
14.
He doesn't believe you.
Shit.
Oof.
If you don't have your papers, I will take you to jail, where you will be tried, and your punishment will be levied.
Well, if that's what I have to do.
He produces a set of shackles and restraints, and you are now shackled. You are walked inside the dock and are shackled to Radel,
It's,
who is also being led to the prison.
oh no.
Lovely.
At this point, Tior and Zion, you are awake.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Shall we go get the papers we were planning to get?
Oh, we do need to, so yes.
Where are you going for the papers?
We were going to ask the front desk.
You can't just ask people, you'll be arrested.
Excuse me, do you know where I can get some papers?
Why don't you have them already?
Why don't you have them? Well.
Misplaced?
Oh boy.
You could ask you could ask them.
No.
I mean, you don't know what'll happen. This is how I tell I need a haircut. Because there's just this little bit here. So, Radel and Totu, you are currently walking down a very long road with houses either side towards what looks like a giant grey stone block that goes up probably about 300 foot into the air.
Help.
And along this grey block, you can see barred windows
Mm,
and a huge, like, portcullis gate. Above the gate, there is a sign.
What does the sign say?
Roll me an investigation check to see if you can see it, because you're not quite close enough at this point. You can just see there's a sign.
Okay.
16.
9.
Totu, you can't read it. Radel, it is written in common. And bear with me a second. I'm going to need to... I just need to update this as well to say Radel and Totu have been captured and are heading towards the Null Zone prison.
Well, that's cheery. You know you've derailed the DM's plans entirely when he has to create entirely new notes.
Yeah.
Who said this was new? I just had to update my notes.
He's fully expected one of us to go to prison by the sounds of it.
Look, I prepare for everything, okay? Um, these buildings exist anyway. Whether you visit them or not is that's up to you guys. In this instance, it's down to the dice rolls. I may or may not have like at some point someone's probably going to end up in a prison somewhere in this campaign. Let's be honest.
Mhm.
Given the group that you travel with, and the fact that none of you have papers.
We didn't even know those were a thing. Ha!
So, Vadel and Totu, you are about to become the newest members in Null Zone Prison. For those who are wondering, it is like this. Null dash zone.
Thank you.
Zion and Tior. Papers.
I would imagine they would look for like I don't know, there's gotta be a place they print them for new people. Like sort of like a social security office, but
There would be. You would probably have to ask around to find it.
yeah, like I've lost my papers. I need new ones printed. Oh, I'm worried about the fine, but
Um, what would I need here? Both of you roll me a charisma to see if. Well, first of all, roll me an investigation to see if you can find someone to talk to. Then roll me a charisma to see if they'll talk to you. As this is occurring, Radel and Totu, you are led up to the big portcullis gate, where the gate is then opened, and you are unshackled and pushed inside. Totu, is your glow dependent on magic?
No.
Okay. Radel, is anything that you do based on magic?
Let me check quickly. No.
Perfect.
I can't see. So I can't see through magical darkness anymore.
Okay.
But that's about it.
Okay. You find yourselves inside. I mean, the only way I can describe this is like a tower block of flats with like a staircase going up to each level, and these levels just endlessly on top of each other. You don't know if there is like a hierarchy or how this works, but you are now in Null Zone Prison. Congratulations.
So glad to be here.
You also notice that none of the cells have doors.
What?
They are all just open. Some of them have like a cloth hung over them. But none of them actually have doors on the cells, and it is all built out of stone, like cobblestone.
Out of character, isn't Totu a magical creature?
What?
Isn't Totu literally a magical creature?
I am?
That wouldn't matter.
Okay.
Like, if his glow is caused by magic, might be something slightly different, but magical, technically, you're all magical creatures.
Okay.
Because, I mean, I don't know how many talking bats you actually know. or how many bat people you know, or how many 6 foot tall lion people you know.
Okay, fair.
Like, at this stage, you are all magical creatures. If one of you was a human, as far as I'm aware, none of you are human.
No.
Okay. Tior and Zion, you both find an old man who is willing to talk to you. He is sort of bent over, crooked on a stool on a street corner, whittling. Like, just with a whittling knife and a bit of wood, he is just carving slowly away. You have no clue what he is carving, but he is just sat carving, and he seems approachable.
Take it away, Tior.
Uh, Hello, my new friend. I have a question. If you could answer for me, please.
Well, depends. I might be able to. Um, I know some things, and I can't say I know you. You say you're friend, but I do not recall your face.
Okay, new friend. I am new to the area. I am in need of papers in a way. And was wondering if you could help me with that information.
You'll want to go to the Grand Regent's office. Of course, you'll need your letter of passage.
Letter of passage.
Well, you say you're new to the area. I assume you're not from this kingdom or these lands. Everyone who enters these lands must have a letter of passage from the lord of their lands to say that they are indeed from there.
Oh,
Otherwise, anyone could claim to be anyone.
oh. Well, you see, it has been a very difficult life for me, I guess. Well, I would say so. I don't really have any of that. It has been a difficult journey. Is
Then you'll probably want to find a forger.
where would I find one then?
You may want to ask in the shadier parts of town near the prison. Tends to be a lot of dodgy people.
Oh, okay,
No
okay, good.
judgment, of course. Ray,
Would you?
there are some. Sorry, Rabel, there are some empty cells, but you probably don't want to fall asleep in them.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Again, you're not sure how the hierarchy here works. These cells might be claimed by someone, and they just might not be in them. Sorry for cutting you off there, Tior. What were you saying?
I have lost it.
We were talking about papers.
Right.
And the prison.
I am unsure where to go or how to get there. Can you
You
point to me in the
can't miss it. It's
Ah,
the
okay.
giant stone tower.
Okay, then I will head in that direction. Thank you.
You are welcome. He goes back to whittling. Rail and Total, we will skip to you for a moment while Zion and Tior, I'm assuming Zion is going with Tior or Tior has updated Zion, head towards the prison district.
Uh-huh.
To find a forger.
To find a forger.
I would like to find someone to talk to.
Roll me an investigation check and a charisma check to see if any of them are approachable. Tior and Zion, you spot the prison. It is huge.
All right.
Investigation 11, charisma 6. I mean, there are people everywhere. None of them really look all that approachable, though. Doesn't mean they won't talk to you. Just you kind of look at them and you're like, do I really want to talk to them? Is it going to get me killed? What if I ask the wrong question?
Radel. At this point, Radel's just not going to care. He's just going to approach someone and ask, "What can you tell me about this place?"
The first person you approach is missing his hand,
Oof.
and is blind in one eye with a giant scar just covering the entire right side of his face.
Oof.
You walk over to him, and what do you say?
Whatever I said. What did I say?
Oh, what can you tell me about this place?
Yes, that.
He turns to you and, well, this is Null Zone Prison. It's a bit of a rough place, to be fair. There are a couple of groups who operate within the walls. I'm assuming you're new, as you don't seem to know of Null Zone Prison. I'll also assume you're not from here, because anyone from here knows of Null Zone.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. Rather perceptive.
So, I would avoid sleeping in any cells on at least the lower 3 tiers. If anything, the higher up you go, the less likelihood that it is belonging to another prisoner. However, there are more prisoners than cells. What are you in for?
No papers.
No papers.
I'm sorry to hear that. Do you have someone bringing your papers?
We should.
It's a work in progress.
I don't know if you two would actually know that that was the case.
No, but Radel's made up a story and he's sticking.
Radel's hopeful. Radel's there like, I fucking hope it is. I fucking hope they are.
Mood.
Okay. He looks at you and goes, well, that's good news. Sort of. If they can get them here within the next day or two, you might be lucky.
Yay.
If not, well, not so lucky. I would say to avoid any type of half breed.
Why?
You would assume from this he means like half orcs, half goblins, ogres.
Elves.
Not necessarily the elves. The way he says it makes it seem like it's the lesser
Okay.
ones. And I would avoid the drow crowd. Your best bet for any maybe chance of surviving for an extended period of time, I suppose, would be for you to join the Beast Lord clan.
What?
They accept members of less traditional descent.
Mm.
Where would we find them?
They are on the third tier, progressing upwards from there. You'll want to look out for Terra. He is the leader.
What does he look like? What do they look like? Sorry.
She is, well, I mean, I'm sure you can probably assume from the name. She's the only one in here who looks like a snow tiger or a white tiger.
Thank you for all the information.
You're welcome. That'll cost you 2 silver.
Okay.
Yes, I hand it over.
He nods at you, and then, would you like some food?
No, thank you. I'm not picky. And with that, he kind of like sees if there are any bugs on the ground.
There are not.
No matter.
Totu,
What?
would you
Do you
like
want
some
food?
food?
What type of food?
I've got everything. Literally everything.
Um,
Oh, aside from expensive meat. Can't get that in here.
yeah, just a piece of fruit should be fine.
A piece of fruit.
That'll be 2 bronze. Well, 2 copper, but he calls it bronze. You assume he means copper.
Okay. I pay.
He hands you a half-eaten apple.
Thanks.
I apologize. We only get the scraps from the guards.
Oh, that's
Other sources of meat we find ourselves.
Thank you
I
anyway.
see.
Okay. Tior and Zion, you find yourselves in a rather dingy-looking alleyway. The buildings are kind of misshapen and jutting out in different directions. It generally looks like a place where you don't really want to be seen or be. There are some little like paper flyers near the doors, but you would have to get closer to read what they say.
All right, well, we're looking for a forger, so if that can tell us any information, Zion would read them.
Okay. They each read slightly differently, but all say vaguely the same thing. Aside from one of them. The rest of them all vaguely read that the people in these houses are being evicted. Each of them gives a different amount of time, but they are all being evicted from these houses. The last one, what languages do you guys know? Better
I'm gonna ask.
question. Do either of you know Thieves' Cant?
Oh, I doubt it. Tior knows Common, Linean, Giant, and Halfling.
Okay. Nope.
I know Common, Linean, and Primordial.
No. Neither of you can actually read what it says, but you do notice an address on it, which appears to be slightly down the road.
Alright, well, let's go there anyways. It's the only one that's not an eviction. Good site, maybe.
You find this house, and it looks like it is intentionally hidden out of the way. You do notice there is not an eviction notice on this property.
I'm gonna knock.
The door swings open, and a small halfling is sat at a desk. He doesn't acknowledge that you are there physically, but he does just call out, "How can I help?"
We're in need of some help.
Well, I gathered that. That's why I asked how I could help. Don't think you'd be here if you didn't need help.
I was told to come here for papers.
He immediately stops what he is doing, turns to you, and who told you that?
There's a friend that's whittling that we ran into today.
No, I can't say I know of anyone who whittles.
He is old in age, if that helps anything.
I don't think the two of these cats have ever really talked to people like this before.
You can say that again, because they definitely phrased that entire thing wrong.
Yes, yes, they did.
Probably the worst way they could have phrased it.
Yes.
I keep my business associates close. I definitely do not have anyone of that description within my circle of associates.
Well, I mean, they didn't point us here exactly. We saw the flyer. They just pointed us to the area where we might find some help.
Roll me a persuasion check. I shouldn't have said anything. I just should have let them carry on floundering.
Yes, it would have been fun.
Waiting on the rolls.
I know, I'm typing it.
That's alright.
I don't really know my numbers for persuasion.
Okay,
Zion will
well,
message you it.
I gotta find it. Wow, scroll.
I mean, is Tior actually speaking at this stage? Because, I mean, from what I can understand, it's only Zion speaking.
Oh, Tior's given input though.
We need the extra roll. You are doing something.
What exactly has TR said?
Exactly. So, Tior, I don't need a roll from you.
Oh,
Yes.
Zion, he seems a bit unsure. He. Mm, what do you need doing? Well,
we need papers of identification because we are kind of new to the area. It
then
has been. Uh-huh.
why don't you already have them?
It has been a difficult life. I don't want to keep repeating the story.
What story? All you say, all you do
I
is
don't
repeat
care how
the exact
difficult your life has been. Forging these papers could cost me mine. I need to be sure that this can't come back on me, and also that I'm not giving papers to some, I don't know, assassins, spies, or such like.
We're just adventurers.
Well, you say that.
And half of our party is missing. And I don't know where they are. And we're new to the area.
Did they also not have papers?
Yes.
They'll be in prison.
Oh, good to know. So, even more reason why we need papers for all of us.
You still didn't answer my question.
Why didn't we have them in the first place? Because we never had a letter that I just found out today that we needed.
Are you runaways?
Something like that.
I see. Well, it'll cost you. And depending on how official they need to be, will depend on how much it costs.
Just enough for all our companions that are in jail to be released and for us to avoid going back into jail.
So, pretty good.
Ideally.
Come back in about 4 hours. Well, actually, I'll need some information first. He hands you a piece of paper and a quill.
Mhm.
I'll need to know all of your names. I'll need to know where you've all come from. With that, he actually does air quotation marks. Like, he's like, where you've come from. And I'll need to know your race.
Okay.
Oh no!
Oh.
Zion's going to turn to Tior, who's the one that has seen everybody's last names because he was the one that filled out the guild thing.
Rachel never gave a last name.
I don't have
But-
one.
But the magic pen filled it out for you, so Tior would know it, Zion
Like-
wouldn't.
But Rachel doesn't have a last name.
Yeah, Radal's name was just Radal.
And so was mine.
We'll give you both last names. It's fine.
You also need to know what race they are.
I don't.
Have I ever even told them what race I
We just know you're a bat. That's it.
He's a big giant talking bat.
Once you've filled that in, oh, and age. I'll need their ages.
God damn it.
Oh no.
You don't know those, for sure.
Mm-mm.
Once you've filled that in, I can make the papers. It'll take about 4 hours. And it'll cost you 2 gold per paper.
Alright.
But my work is the best, and it will get you anywhere you need to go.
Uh,
And as a first time buyer, I'll also chuck in a border crossing pass for each of you.
That would be great.
It will allow you to move freely between any land. Unless, of course, they don't go by this land.
Okay.
So, in other words, if you go to the islands, probably not. You know,
Mm.
they might have different rules and stuff there, but in the mainland, there seems to be this general association of you need papers to go to places. But yes,
Um,
I can sort that out. I just need that information.
Okay. Have you heard of a big giant bat race that talks? I don't know the name of it. One of our companions is a big giant bat that talks.
He literally just looks at you with this pure, utter confusion and like horror in his. He is literally just like almost stunned in spot and is like, "The fuck."
Oh, also, have you heard of a race that is a small glowing thing?
Well, they can't hear you, so that doesn't matter.
I know,
Um,
that's why I said it.
But yeah, he like slowly shakes his head and just goes, "Are you sure it's not a vampire?"
You know, I'm not completely sure, but we've been traveling together and they're small and I feel responsible.
Are they the one that's in the prison?
Did you see one go into a prison?
No, I'm just assuming. You said your
Yeah.
companions didn't have papers, and I explained to you they would be in the prison. I'm assuming that is the companion you are on about.
Yes. There is a bat person. There's also a kind of glows randomly.
Not randomly, it's a constant.
Oh.
He looks even more confused, sort of readjusts himself, turns like he just sort of seems to be trying to piece this together in his mind as he contemplates it. And then he just sort of, have you come across any witches? Any dark magic users? Because these sound a bit like curses.
You know what? They might be cursed. I wouldn't know. We've only been traveling together for about a month now.
What
He
we
looks even he looks even more confused at this and is like, how can you not know about them if you're traveling with them?
They don't like to talk.
You never
The bat one grumbles a lot.
Maybe ask them why they're grumbling. Offer them blood. Get a conversation started.
Bat one eats insects.
Give them insects.
You do have a point.
No, but there is a library in town, and if you can find, I don't even know what he's called, to be honest. He tends to hang around the prison. I don't know how, but he can get messages in and out. Although he's never in the same place.
Could you help us find him?
No, Lamau.
He's
Do
already
I
helping
look
you out
like a
plenty.
fucking tour guide to you?
No, I was just asking if you might know.
He again just looks at you and is like, I've got work to do.
Yes, you do. Sorry. This is why you talk to people, Tior.
This is
So
why
there's
you're a leader.
there's a library and some shifty guy that you know nothing about.
Can I have his name at least?
He doesn't know his name.
Doesn't
Oh,
know the
great.
name.
He just knows there's a guy that can get messages in and out of the prison. And from the way he said it, that seems like quite an impressive thing to be able to do.
Mm-hmm.
Radel and Totu, what are you up to?
Trying to find Terra.
She's not difficult to find. You literally get up to the 3rd level, and like the main cell you can see looks like it has had part of the walls knocked down. So like you can see the majority of the inside of the cell, and sat on a crown of bones, skulls, and what look like other animal pelts is Terra. She has a tabaxi on her left and a huge leonin on her right,
Oh,
and stood just slightly sort of to the back and left of her is a what are they called? Bear with me a second. Oh yeah, did I tell you? So you know during D&D sessions I Google a lot of really random.
A lot of
Random.
really random.
Yeah, so
Stuff?
like you know when we have our random conversations and I just Google a load of random stuff to find out things for things.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's linked to my daughter's tablet because she signed in on my Google because that's the easiest way to get it to work. So when my partner goes to Google stuff on the tablet, it just comes up with all the random crap I Google.
Oh,
So
dear.
like, you know, in our like non-recorded sessions, we're trying to think of a name for a mouse that's Cockney rhyme slang. Right. So my wife went on the tablet after that and she was looking at it and she turned around and she was like, "Why have you been Googling mouse Cockney rhyme slang?" I was like, "There's a story. I need to explain the story." I thought it was. There is a loxodon.
What the fuck is a loxodon?
It's a woolly mammoth person.
Oh.
I will
that's
find.
neat.
It's not a woolly mammoth person.
That's how I heard it described.
It's an elephant person.
A loxodon?
Yes, they can range from being woolly mammoths to African or Indian type elephants, but they are elephant people. And I am trying to find the one that is like here. Obviously, the artwork is not mine. How does he look? Probably, yeah, that.
You're a general.
What's going on in general? Should we try to find the man for a message, or just make up the name of Radel and Totu's race? Or, you know, read, would it be in the library though? I don't know, you'd have to check. Very valid point.
Silent is just like
That
I've
is
only got
what it
4
looks
hours.
like. No, you don't have 4 hours. It will take him 4 hours once he has all the information.
Oh dear.
So you have no long idea how long you actually have.
See, Zion thinks it's 4 hours because he got flustered because he had to talk to people.
And
Okay, fair enough.
Radel and Totu are the only two that have been informed that you don't really want to be in here for more than a day or two.
Given that
Um,
Tior was very, like, the second they reached the inn, Tior was like, we need to go find them again. I don't think they're going to be there for a day or so, more than a day. Now that we know that they're probably in the prison.
are you going to attempt a prison break?
No.
Do we have the time to read? We will give them surnames, races. Can you read fast? Not really. And you kind of need to find the information. Like, you'd have to go into a library, and because you don't know what you're specifically looking for, like, you're essentially going into a library and going, I need to find this specific bit of information, but I don't know where it is.
That's like me going around and saying, "Oh, find me everything you can about spotted eels."
You'd have a rough idea where to look, but plus the other thing is you don't even know that you're looking for something like spotted eels. You would literally have to go in and be like, by the way, do you have any books on bat people?
You will get all of the vampire books.
It depends if anyone's ever come across Bradel's race and lived or written about it, or if it's in this library. I mean, you can go to the library. You might be really, you know, you might be able to do it. I'm not saying it's not a possibility. Radel and Totu, while Ture and Zion are figuring out what they're doing, Radel and Totu, you may approach Terra.
Is she giving off those vibes, or is she giving off stay away vibes?
She is giving off you can't fucking touch me, I am the head bitch in here vibes.
Cool. Then we shall approach.
Congratulations, you are now closer to Terra.
Yay!
Not sure what you were expecting from that.
Yes.
I was leading up to something. Except I forgot what I was going to say.
Apologies. You are approaching Terra.
Right. If I may be so bold, we wish to join your clan.
Please.
And what are you?
I am a member of the Chiropterus race.
And you? She points at you, Toto.
I'm the last spirit.
She points at you, Radel, and goes, you could have a chance. She looks at Toto and, you're not a beast. You cannot join.
That's fine.
I would not be where I am today without Totu.
Right.
That may be so, but we have strict policies.
Of course, policies.
and I make sure they are enforced.
It's fine.
She turns to Radel and immediately just arm, chest, neck, or leg.
Considering I need my arms.
It would be like, say, the outside of your arm. It wouldn't be your wing. It would be your arm.
My arms are my wings.
They're technically not.
Yeah, I know. It's just that's how they were described, and that's what Radel. It's a thing, but that's what Radel's going to say. Considering I need my arms. Well, let's go for neck.
Front or back?
Front. Allow
Why
me
is
to
someone
remove
letting
this.
off fireworks? Front. Okay. Um,
To remove this for you. He takes off his necklace collar thing.
you don't have. That was removed.
Oh, well. Apparently I don't have one anymore.
Unless you.
I was wearing it. It was just like a decoration kind of thing.
Oh, if like I thought you meant as in like the shackled necklace thing.
No, I have like a neck.
Oh.
thing.
Oh,
It's
okay. Yeah.
a choker. That's the word.
Okay. Okay, bear me a second. Bet this is going to show me. Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it? Bear with me a second. Okay. Oh, actually.
Be right back. Place change.
Why are people doing is there like some religious holiday or something today?
I wouldn't know about the UK.
There's definitely not any UK holidays today. It's Father's
Maybe
Day
it's
tomorrow.
maybe it's just end of exams kind of thing.
Why?
Why not?
No, because it's not end of British exams yet.
Oh, well, I don't know then.
Um,
Do we share the same Father's Day? I thought you guys have a different Mother's Day, right?
we do have a different Mother's Day, yeah.
Oh,
But we
okay.
share the Father's Day.
Oh, okay.
Totu, you are held down. Not Totu, sorry. Radel. You are held down by the Leonin and the Loxodon. They pull your head to the side, and you are then branded with this.
That's pretty.
It is about so big, so it is noticeable.
I feel like we would also, I would like encourage to say that's pretty.
Terra turns to you and says, "Welcome to the Beast Lords clan. I will now explain the rules. You must always aid a fellow clan member. You must always attend the clan meets. And you must never kill another beast race. In return, the same favors will be granted to you. Do well in the clan, prove yourself, and who knows, one day you might find yourself as one of my generals. Radel, you've just joined a prison gang.
Do these rules apply outside the prison?
Yes.
Good to know.
That's neat. Thank you.
If you want to people the library, just try not to get captured. Great English.
If you don't want to talk to people, then go to the library. Just try not to get captured.
I gathered that's what it meant. It was just more amusing it to, if you want to people the library, just try not to get captured.
Yes, but we are being recorded, so I figured I would translate for our future audience.
To be honest, I'm fairly sure most of them would have understood it. But it's still amusing. I will try my best. You better not yourself. Cute. Okay, so Zion is going to the library. Tior is going hunting for a person. Radel has just joined a prison gang.
Yay!
And Toto has been told he can't join the prison gang because he's not a beast person.
What classifies someone as a beast person?
Are you any type of animal half race?
I have animal parts, like I have hooves, tail.
It's not what I said, is it?
No,
So the
Toto,
answer is no.
you are not considered. I honestly, it would be debatable if your race was even considered an animal.
fair. Yeah.
That's why I'm saying no.
Okay. Yeah.
Just because you have animalistic features does not make you an animal. That would be like saying that a tiefling is an animal because it has hooves and horns.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Like, any race that is clearly an animal type race is classified as in this case, could become one of the beast lords. So Radel, what's your next move?
I think I'm going to find somewhere to sleep.
Okay. You can sleep anywhere on the 3rd floor. Oh, it was someone watching a video. I'm just sat here and like in the background I can just hear this noise that's like "Bleh, bleh, bleh." And it's literally like on a loop and I'm sat here like what the fuck is that? Like I know it's nothing that's actually here, but like what the fuck is making that noise and why is it just on a loop? I think it's my neighbour watching a video. He's got his window open, I can just hear it. I'm like, huh? What is that? Yeah, Radel, you could sleep in any of the cells on the 3rd or 4th tier.
And I.
Would need to find somewhere safe to sleep.
Yeah.
Radel, if you are speaking, I cannot hear you.
I was not.
Okay. Just your breathing then.
Okay. I guess up I go.
Um, Raidel's going to look at Totu, unsure whether or not to leave.
Tyrrell looks at you and if you're worried about your friend, he could join the undead.
I'm not dead though.
Well, technically.
They're not dead. They're just more like you. It's probably the safest spot for you. You'll find them on the 5th tier.
I guess I couldn't hurt to check. Thank you.
Okay. Um, you approach.
Wait, first, Ray, do you go with or no?
Do you want me to?
Do you want to?
We're going to go back and forth with this. Just do you want me to?
A little.
Then yes, I go with you.
Thank you.
Okay. You go to the 5th floor, and it's pretty obvious where you need to go. There are skulls lining the entire walkway, and a few dead bodies along the way as well.
Ah!
You approach what looks like a very old drow elf, and he is just sat leaning with his arm, just looks bored. As he sees your light approach, he seems to sort of look inquisitively. And as you get closer, he sits himself up slightly and arcs his hands. More interesting. What are you?
The spirit.
Ah,
But not the dead kind. The other one.
who says spirits have to be dead?
Just some people have said that before when I told them what I am.
Then they obviously don't understand the finer workings of the darker side of things. How can I assist you?
I don't know. I just want to be safe, and someone told me to come here.
Who told you that?
The leader of the beast clan.
Terra. Good woman. Quite brutal in the matches. I can offer you protection. You will, of course, have to join the undead.
What are the roles? Or do I have to join first before knowing?
You would have to join.
Mm. What if I don't like the roles?
Well,
Believe me, in here, that's the safer option.
Fine.
He clicks his fingers, and two skeletal figures appear from beside, like they were. It looks like they were behind pillars. They step out from them. They hold you for a few moments, and on your arm disappears.
Pretty.
Rule number 1. Respect your fellow members. Rule number 2. If you are of any form of blood or soul or life force draining creature, you must inform us. This is simply so that we can make sure we have enough stocks to keep you healthy. Rule number 3. Never ever bear anything of radiant power around your fellow members. For some, it could kill them.
Fair enough.
Rule number 4. You must never attack a fellow member.
Mm-hmm.
Rule number 5. Aside from your fellow members, you may kill who you please.
Fair enough. Thank you.
You will find quarters on the 5th and 6th level. You may help yourself to whichever one you choose. Just always bear in mind to show your marking so that they know not to kill you.
Alright. Also, for rule 2, I am of no training. I'll be fine.
You don't need to tell me if you're not. You just need to tell me if you are.
Oh. Fair.
Like, he don't care if you don't. The only reason he cares if you do is because he wants to make sure that you don't run out of supply. Because normally, if people who drain those sort of things run out of supply, they turn feral.
Okay, fair.
So it's more of like this way I can make sure you're safe and we're safe.
Hmm.
Because the last thing you want in a closely confined prison is some vampire going on a bloodlust killing spree.
Thank you.
Congratulations, you have now both joined prison gangs.
Yay.
Yay!
It took all of about 30 minutes for you to do this.
I feel so great.
But now we can sleep. Well,
But now you can sleep safely. You could have slept before, but now you can sleep safely.
yes, now I'm honestly, Rachel is going to turn to Totu. Well, I would advise you stay on these floors. I am exhausted and need to. Well, I need to sleep.
It's been a while since we've slept alone.
Okay. You can both go off and sleep if you wish. Zion, you are going to the library.
Yes, I'm going to the library.
And Tior, are you hunting for the unnamed unknown man?
I would assume so.
Okay. Tior, roll me 5 investigation checks. While that is happening, Zion, you come across the library. It is, as you would expect, rather grand-looking, big marble pillars, lots of carved stonework, and a big wooden door that is open. You can see inside that there are just like rows and rows and rows and rows of books.
Are these rows like off in sections? Are the sections marked?
Not really, no.
Okay.
You do, however, notice front desk with a lovely little elf lady sat at the counter.
Well, I'm gonna go talk to the elf lady, I guess. I hate people.
Okay. You approach, and she appears to be writing on a slip of paper with a book in front of her.
Me, do you have any books on uncommon races?
She adjusts her glasses and slides them back up her nose, looks at you and goes, what do you mean uncommon?
Oh, two of my companions are certain races, and I wanted to read up more on them.
Races and sub-races is 7 shelves down, 4 to the right.
All right, thank you.
You don't know which side.
I'm assuming she pointed in a direction, though.
No.
Oh. Which direction, ma'am, was that again?
She looks up again and goes, oh, over there somewhere?
Oh god.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's in the library. To be fair, you're not going to have much trouble if you just go down the amount of rows and then check either side. Ooh, 21. To your. Find a rather shady-looking fellow outside of the prison. He's about an hour away from the main entrance and appears to have a table set up, but the wares don't look real.
Okay. And I was looking for this person for what? Sorry.
Probably to get a message into the prison and out of the prison to find out the information about your companions.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Races, names, ages, all the information.
Literally everything about them that you could possibly get aside from backstory.
Well,
Okay.
you know
Okay.
their names already, at least.
We don't know their full names, I think.
They don't have full names. Their names are literally Radel and Totu.
Oh, true.
Actually,
True.
Well,
True.
Totu has a full
Totu is
name.
an abbreviation of my name.
Okay.
This was not stated when the guild thing was done. As far as I was aware, it was just Totu. If it's your full name, then they will need to know your full name.
Do you need me to find it for you?
No, I remember what it is.
Good.
I just forgot how it's said, so I'll just type it.
Okay, so I found a person that has fake stuff on a table.
I think that's
Yeah,
And I
he
need-
looks like he's, air quotations, selling some items.
Okay.
Totubirak. Why does that sound like a Pokemon?
Why does every name that I do sound like a Pokemon, huh?
Think someone's got a Pokemon problem.
No, I don't.
Because
I
you're
swear.
thinking of Spinarak.
Oh.
No, still just sounds like a Pokemon name. I choose you, Totupirak.
Jesus Christ.
Glowing orb. Use
Wait
Hyper
till they
Beam,
add that to
huh?
my
Use Spirit Bomb, huh?
list.
Totupirak use Confused and damage themselves.
Oh no.
I always used to hate that in the Pokemon games.
That they could damage
Mhm.
themselves.
It
Yeah.
was annoying.
Yeah,
It hurts
especially
itself
if
and
you
it's
used like a
confusing.
really, because sometimes it would have caused you to attack yourself. Sometimes it wouldn't. And let's be honest, everyone takes that risk. When their
Yes.
Pokemon is confused, everyone turns around and goes attack.
Go.
But then you'd use some like really crazy powerful move, and you. Oh well, that fucked up.
Hyper Beam, go. Oops.
Yeah. It's like use the most powerful move you possibly have and kill yourself.
I don't think the damage.
Basically.
I don't think the damage is based on the damage you would have done. I think it's just a set amount.
It's not a set amount. It's actually a
That's what it
random number generation.
Oh.
I thought it was
It's
just like
it's set between a specific value of numbers, I believe. But as far as I'm aware, that's why it does different amounts when you attack it. It's not like if you attack it, it'll always do 16 HP.
confusion. Oh,
Critted on myself. That sucked.
I have done it to myself before.
confusion status condition. Fuck you.
I have done it before where I have turned around and been like, yeah, used the really powerful move and just been like, oh, my Pokemon's dead.
Confusion damage is calculated as if it were a typeless physical move with a power of 40.
I'm sure I've done more than that before.
The power of 40, but then it adds your attack, then also a random number between.
See, I told you there was random number generation between two set values.
Yes, because there's a random number generation for every move you do.
But that was my point. Like, sometimes you can damage yourself a little bit, other times you kill yourself.
Mhm.
It's why everyone takes the risk. It's why everyone turns around and goes, my Pokemon's confused. It might kill itself, but let's risk it.
Basically.
So,
So,
Kiora, are you gonna talk to the guy?
Yeah. Only issue is that I can't do the T voice.
you don't have to do the Dior voice.
And I'm currently building a chair. So,
Better than Zelda, I suppose. Dare I ask why you're currently building a chair?
I need multiple distractions because the body's currently in pain. So,
And building a chair was your first idea?
that's all that's in this room.
Do you
That's all
not
that's in
own? Do you not own pen and paper?
Well, I have a notebook, but I don't know where the heck the pen is.
Do you only have one pen in your entire house?
I have to go to the other side of the house.
And you didn't think to do that before you went into a room that only had an unconstructed chair?
No.
Yeah.
Fair.
You know the other thing you could do?
Uh-huh.
Just, Zion, bring me a fucking pen! You're both in the same house, are you not? Like,
Yeah. It's fine.
the amount of, like, time you've had in between your moves. Like, just
Yeah.
bring me a fucking pen. Or bring me a colouring book, bring me a Sudoku.
Or maybe this
Bring me something other than an unconstructed chair.
I figured I'd be useful. Well, actually, I wasn't the one that
Create
started.
an entire puzzle for me
But
to
it's good
do.
now,
Fine.
so.
If I was Zion at this point, I'd just be making sure you were in that room for each D&D session and slowly buy more and more IKEA furniture for you to build.
There's actually a desk in here.
I'd literally, I'd just be there like, oh look, there's a wardrobe that needs building.
When is the next D&D session?
Like in 2 weeks' time, she's gonna be on the light. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, so I've built a wardrobe and a set of drawers. Did you get put in the room again? Yeah. Sounds like the best way to get someone to do something without them realizing that's what you want them to do. Oh, I'm really sorry, we've run out of all of our pens, but there's a chair that needs building. Zion's not denying it either. Zion's just sat there like, fuck, I figured it out.
Well, the thing is that these boxes have been here for over a year.
Were they always
And-
in that room?
Yes, it's the guest room
It
with
would have been
only
so much. It would have been so much funnier if Zion just casually was like, no.
Wait, hold on. Why is your guest room just a desk?
Well, there's a
No,
bed.
there's
There's a spare bed.
Oh.
They are not expecting their guests to do anything other than sit at a desk, apparently. Well, actually, prior to this, they were expecting them to lay on the desk because they didn't have a chair. Now at least they've got the chair.
No, they were expecting to have the guests build all the furniture for them.
That's the other part of that secret. The guests turn up and they're like, "So you've got a bed? So you need to build it first, though. Come over for Thanksgiving. We've got things you can unbox. Oh, what's that? Furniture. So we're going to do some team and furniture building exercises.
We're each only going to be able to use one tool to build this.
Well, that's fucking pointless with IKEA because you only need one fucking tool.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's either an Allen key or a screwdriver. And the best thing is, in most British IKEA, where did
You
I
can do
put
both.
it? Nope. Right. It comes with this type of Allen key. So it looks like a normal one. However, it's got both ends.
Yep.
So it's literally a fucking crank handle.
Yeah, basically.
So
And it literally
everyone...
comes with that tool in it.
Oh, okay, so everyone can hold one piece of the furniture.
Again, that's probably not a problem with IKEA either.
Ah!
Like, the team building exercise would be only one of you can look at the instructions and tell them what to do.
Oh my god, I keep talking and nobody explodes, but with IKEA
But
furniture. Let's
that
go.
would also be like I use IKEA furniture as an example because it's the easiest thing in the world. It literally has like labels on the furniture and says A goes to B.
Yep.
Use
basically.
screw 3.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, you just turn around to them and go, yeah, we're doing team building and furniture building exercises. How many guests
So,
have
yeah.
you got coming over for Thanksgiving? Well, we've got the whole family. How many are staying? Depends how many build their beds.
Jesus Christ.
Oh dear. How far along the bed building process are you? Bed? No, chair. Confused myself there.
I'm almost done with the chair. I wasn't the one that started it, though. I think it was Duke. And the chair's almost done. So, yay, progress.
Yeah.
When did you start?
About
At
half
the start
hour.
of the I was going to say, if you started at the start of the session,
The session.
half hour into the session, you have been building that bed or that chair for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Complicated, is it?
Well, it's not really that. It's that the body's dealing with pain right now.
And this is why I don't understand why you're building a chair.
I don't either. But here we are.
Like, if I was in pain, the first thing I would think to do to distract myself is not let's build furniture.
Oh, please, it's Duke.
But the first thing I would
Sorry.
think of is let's colour, let's draw,
Lay down.
let's lay down. No, don't do that because you might fall asleep.
Oh, yeah, that. Oops.
Let's lay down. So, what's your move? Okay. I don't know if you snore,
Yes,
but
taking a short rest, I see.
yeah, honestly, if I'm in pain, the first thought in my head is not let's build furniture. It's normally let's take painkillers.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm not saying it's an irrational thing to do. I'm just so. Would you like to speak to said shady gentleman?
I don't really have a choice. So yeah.
I mean,
Let's
you do
do
have a
it.
choice. You could fucking walk away.
Well, I mean, we kind of need the information.
Yeah.
So I don't really have much of a choice.
Okay.
So I will talk to
Okay, go ahead.
I kind of need information on two beings inside this square box. And I would need help getting that information. If you could help me, please.
What makes you think I can help you? I'm simply selling my pocket watches.
Pocket watches that look fake. I
I'm offended.
am
These are of
sorry,
the
but
finest
it's
material.
if I buy one of your pocket watches when I get my information, will you help me?
Again, what makes you think I can help you?
Oh, don't give me that. I
Oh,
have
you're
needed.
supposed to be good at talking to
Jesus
people.
Christ. Carry
You
on.
are usually is.
I'm sorry, Tior.
No,
What's
no,
your
carry on. No, just carry on.
No, what's your
Just keep going. No, just keep going. Just keep talking, it's fine.
Fine. I need information. I don't have anyone else to go to. Can you please help?
Roll me a charisma check with disadvantage.
Okay, how do I do that?
You roll twice and give the smaller the number.
Okay.
And I
Add
already
your
gave you.
modifier as well.
Oh, what's my charisma modifier, Xeon?
It's in your.
I'm not looking at. I'm not looking at the phone.
She's
What
not
is it?
looking at the phone, she's looking at the fucking chair she's building. So this bit goes where?
3.
3. Okay.
I thought
3.
that was your roll. I was about to be worried.
Was that your? I was gonna say if that's your role.
No.
Zion, I will need. Fuck. Do you know what? We're just gonna average this. We're gonna say 4 investigation checks, please.
All right.
With
Otherwise, there's gonna be way too many.
with modifications, it comes out to 14 and 17. So it would be the 40.
40. He leans a little closer to you, and what type of service do you need?
I need the surnames and species of 2 of my comrades that are inside that square box.
And the age.
And the age. And I got the wrong
Well, you wouldn't have heard Bradel say that.
Right.
So if you don't remember that you also need the age, then you wouldn't ask him for the age as well.
You have the paper. And Zion told you before he left.
Oh,
But
right.
but
Okay.
Tior
Whether
is
Tior
flustered.
remembers,
Tior does
Do I
not
need to roll for
remember.
that
He's
too?
flustered.
because Tior didn't remember when they were saying about it.
So do I need to roll for memory too?
No, you just
Forgot.
Oh, okay.
because you actually forgot. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
forgot. He. So, do you need a message getting inside and back, or do you just wish for me to get someone to try and get that information?
Oh, I'm gonna derail everything. It's so much fun. I don't remember.
So I'm going to try to explain this as objectively as possible. What you are
Uh-huh.
trying to do is have someone go in up to the have some stranger go up to Radel and Totu, say race and surname, please.
Well, no, it depends. They can choose which one of these two options, but they can either have someone take a message to Radel and Totu to obviously get that information if Radel and Totu will give that information. Or you can have someone in the prison just try and figure it out,
Oh boy.
is basically what he's saying. So you can either have someone like scout it and try and get that information, or you can have someone go and ask them.
I would need the most accurate of information if you could, please.
So probably better to get someone to get a message to them.
Yes.
I see. Okay. It'll cost you 20 silver.
Okay.
He hands you a piece of paper and a quill. Write down what you need on there.
All right.
6, 14, 14, 9. You find some books that have Radel's race, but there's also sub races, and you're not sure which one Radel is. You don't find anything about Toto, and the description of Radel's like races and stuff isn't very descriptive. Like, it basically just says there is this race that looks like bats and these sub races that also look like bats.
Oh. Okay. So I've hit an end here.
Due to your investigation checks, yes.
Okay.
Tior, what would you write on the paper?
Oh jeez. Because I just know that they need the information.
Imagine you are talking to them yourself, and then just put that down on paper.
Okay, I need to go look at their pictures because I have no idea.
What?
We have pictures?
You guys don't have pictures?
No,
I can
Oh.
send you a picture. It won't be accurate.
but even if they send you a picture, that's not like you said to him a second ago that you need to know what race they are,
True. Okay. So
and
all
there was
I
something else
all
you
I
said as well.
remember is Tior calling Totu a candle, a flying candle, and I remember that he called Radel something of a bird, no, a bat, and that's about it.
You know their names.
And yes, Radel and Totu.
So they know who they're getting the message to.
Yes.
They just need to know, you need to write what message you are sending to them.
We're trying to get the papers and trying to get to you. And trying to get you out. And yeah. I don't know what else to put on it.
You need to ask them what they're looking for.
Information we need.
Like the one thing you have come here to do is to get information on them. And you're going to send them a message that basically goes, we're trying to get you papers so we can get you out of the prison. Nothing else. That's it. Like,
Oh, right. And your information on what you are and your age and all of that.
so you wouldn't put age because you don't remember about the age, but you can ask.
Oh, right.
You said surname, not age.
Yeah, surname and race.
And
Okay.
all that.
Okay. That's
Zion, roll me. I mean, are you gonna go look for Tior?
No, I figured he would go back to the thing and wait for Tior there,
Oh dear.
rather than walk around.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh
Oh
god.
no.
Where are you going? Where are you going back to?
Ah,
Okay.
yes, walk around because you can't see the giant tall rock in the middle of everything.
No, I figured that Zion would go back to the hut where they're getting the papers from
So
the
you
guy and wait there, but because he trusts Tior to be better with words than this.
Okay.
Everybody is
Yeah,
just
go for it. Go
proving-
for it. Go for it.
Well, I am sorry. I'm pretty sure TR is a lot better than this.
Everybody's
Usually.
proving
It's fine. Don't worry. This is great.
Yeah, great.
everybody's
Amazing.
proving
Wonderful, even.
I think this is amazing. So you write the note on a bit of paper, and he picks up one of the pocket watches. He folds it up and he puts it inside. He steps back. He moves about 4 paces to the right, and he starts swinging the pocket watch on the chain. And after about 2 or 3 minutes of this, he just whoop and chucks it through one of the windows of the prison.
What? Uh,
Um, inside, Radel, because of your hearing, you actually hear someone in the prison walking around saying, I've got an item for a Radel. Radel, an
I
item for a Radel.
I approach.
He looks at you and you're a bit strange. Radel?
Yes.
Ah, and do you know a Totu?
Yes.
Ah, okay. Have this. He just hands you the pocket watch. Says, when you're done, bring it back. I'll get it outside.
Wonderful. I go back up to where I left Totu.
Okay.
We walk into a room and open the pocket watch.
Inside, you find a piece of paper. And written on that piece of paper, it says, we are working on a plan to get. Oh, no, we are getting the papers to get you out. We need to know your surname and your race.
And all that stuff.
Not that.
I don't know if it says and all that stuff. It's just
Your
your
surname.
surname and your race.
But you did say that.
Tior did say and all that stuff.
Yeah, but that's.
If
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that was definitely in character, but sure. Although all that stuff doesn't really pertain to any actual, like we need
No,
to know your surname, race, and all that.
it's just funny.
So, um, you do have a quill on you that you could use to write. However, you have no ink, but there is rather conveniently pools of blood around.
ew.
I
Everyone's like,
wonderful.
ew. It's like it's
Ray
not
is
going to do
just
anything.
not going to care.
Yeah.
Radel,
Bradel has probably written in worse things.
Radel comments to Toto must have been written by Zion.
I don't.
So, you need to write down your surnames, your race, and all that stuff. And please, literally, write all that stuff. Just as a response, it's like, I just thought you wanted me to write that back to you so you knew it was definitely me. Zion, you get back to the forger's house, and again, you knock on the door, it opens. And he again, how can I help?
is my friend back yet?
Does it look like he's back?
Do you want me to write it in general or as a DM to you?
You may as well write it in general.
There you go. Have fun.
Oh no, it's the wrong screw.
This is why it's taken them 2 hours to build a chair. Yeah, all that stuff.
I found it.
Would you like me to write it for you, Totu?
No.
So just like I will do this.
No,
Um,
as in character, Radel, would you like me to write it for you?
No, it's fine.
Zion.
Yeah.
The forger's just looking at you like, what the fuck are you doing here?
I thought he'd be back by now.
That's nice. Have you got the information?
I think I failed. I've sort of found information. I was
Is it the information I need?
part of it, yes.
Son.
Well, if you don't have all the information, get the fuck out of my house.
Okay.
Is that genuinely what you write on the paper?
Rude.
Yeah.
I don't have a surname and I'm a spirit from the Lunar Kingdom, not the dead type, and all that stuff?
Yeah, I feel like that's what Toto would actually write.
Just over explains a part that
Yes.
isn't needed and then
Yes.
just doesn't provide anything further.
But that's all the information that they requested. The surname, I don't have one. The race, that one. All that stuff? Question mark.
Is your race just spirit?
Yeah. I don't think they ever got any. They just say spirit. I don't have any other information.
That's all I know.
Yeah. Type spirit.
In like
That's
the
it.
next couple of days, you are probably going to receive like a Word document of 15 pages explaining exactly everything about Toto. Because Radar's going to be like, I'm not fucking
Please
carrying on with
do.
this.
Please do. I would love to.
No,
I'm not
not
continually
allowed.
providing all this information.
No. Like from where it's from, literally the only information I have is spirit as the race.
That's fine. You take it back to the unknown gentleman inside, who puts it back into the pocket watch and puts his arm out of his cell window and drops it.
Lovely.
Tior, you just see a pocket watch fall out of the sky. The shady gentleman walks over to you and goes, well, there's your information.
Thank you.
He
Thank you.
opens it up, hands you the bit of paper, and puts the pocket watch in his pocket.
Thank you.
Congratulations! You may
Yay.
now head back to Zion.
Yes.
Radel and Totu, you probably need to find some food at this point.
But I already got some food.
Half an apple.
I already got some.
A half-eaten apple.
Oh no.
Yeah.
He's the size of Candle. I don't think he needs that much food.
Just because I'm a candle doesn't mean I need sustenance.
You would need the same amount of sustenance as anyone else.
Yeah.
Are there really no bugs in this prison?
Not that you've come across.
Uh-oh.
Wonderful.
Just might mean that it's a controlled thing.
I am going to approach. Hold on. Terra and ask.
She looks at you and, oh, you're an insectivore.
Yes.
I see. Go speak with Duke on the 4th level.
What do they look like?
You'll notice them.
I see. Thank you.
Okay, well, I guess I go with my guy leader thing. I already forgot the name.
We don't have a name.
Oh,
Didn't give you a name.
shit.
Just doesn't have one.
Cool. Um, uh, how can I get food?
You can buy it from our fellow members. You can buy it from other inmates. You can fight for it in the arena. You could steal it. You could. I mean, there's lots of different ways. Just depends. I suppose you could kill another inmate and eat them.
No, thank you.
Says that in such a blasé way, like it's a completely normal thing.
I was just wondering if you could tell me somewhere I could buy it. I mean,
I mean, speak to any of the other inmates. Any other members of our group would probably assist you.
thanks. Thank you. Yay, I have to talk to people.
All members of your group bear that same mark, by the way.
Yeah, I would have guessed.
So, Tior, you get back to Zion
Yay.
with your information.
So many.
You can now present this information to Zion.
I got the paper. Yay.
Okay, let me see.
I haven't read it here. And I'll have your paper.
I haven't read it here.
You didn't get their age.
Or where they were from.
Well, you got from one of them.
I tried.
Story.
Just, I tried my hardest, honest.
You're
Um,
not on a good day, are you?
I don't
No.
think Tior got any sleep either.
So, I mean, you can give him this information, but it's not all the information he needs.
Okay, well, our story was that we were from the Lower Kingdom anyway,
Okay.
so we're gonna
Would we
keep with
still
this.
need? Okay.
They would still need your age.
We'll make up ages. That's fine.
I've been guessing.
Yes.
That's going to be really awkward when they ask for their age and they say something different.
True.
Send them another message. We didn't know your age, so you're now 12 and 50.
12 and what?
50.
Oh.
You're a
Okay.
spirit. You could live for thousands of years.
I don't know.
No, I'm saying it more jokingly, like in the aspect of how a Leonin would probably see it, is they would look at a bat-like creature and go, probably about 12. And then they would look at a spirit and be like, I don't know,
Again.
50?
Again, that is why I specified from Lunar Kingdom, not the dead type.
Doesn't matter whether you're the dead type or not. I think you're putting too much emphasis on the fact that you're not the dead type of spirit. Like,
Because I don't know how to differentiate between.
there isn't really a massive difference. A spirit is just a spirit. If someone dies, they have a soul. a spirit is different to a soul. Just because someone dies doesn't mean that they become a spirit. Their soul is just released.
Okay.
So, I mean, you can justify yourself by saying I'm not the dead type, but everyone would just turn around and be like, it's not a massive thing. Like, most spirits aren't the dead type. So Zion, you have some information.
Good luck.
What is your next move?
Well, he's gonna give it back to Tior and be like, "You were the one writing the paper anyway."
Okay.
You can pick ages and then go back and tell them that their ages are this now.
Oh god. Oh dear. Oh no.
Are we really overlooking one massive thing here?
You could.
Or you can
No,
go
no,
back.
don't say anything. Do not say
I'm not-
anything.
That's why I stopped myself.
We are doing this.
Or
That's why I
you
stopped
can go
myself.
back again and ask for their ages again. I just
Let's see what happens. Okay.
You could do that option. That was
That was what I was going
for
to say.
about 2 minutes. I was sat there and I was like, are you seriously just gonna make up an age? Go to the guy to send them a message to say you are now this old, when you could just go to the guy and say, can you send another message asking for how old they are, and avoid all of those issues. That's why I was like, no, do it. Let's, and then afterwards realize, oh shit, we could have just asked them their age.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Like I was sat here full on, just like, yes, let's do this. And then when they get out of the prison, they'd just be like, why did you tell us our age when you could have just asked us our age? Like, you sent us another message. What would the reply be from like Radel and Totu? Just like, okay.
Why though?
Yeah, like, sure, but why? Send them another message because we need them for your ID. So we've made up your ages. So we told him you're this old. And then they're just there like, but you sent us 3 messages. Like,
Is Zion going to go with Tior this time?
is Zion going to go with Teal this time?
Are
seeing
you
as
coming with me so I don't mess up again? Because apparently I messed up because I forgot something and I can't remember.
I bet you they blamed it on me.
They did.
Wait, they didn't say any. They didn't say so. They did
No,
not
no,
say so. in the message.
they blamed it on Zion because Radel specifically stated, I bet this is from Zion.
Except they don't know that.
No, they don't know, but Radel assumed it was Zion, and Zion's just said, I bet they blamed it on me. So, yeah, they did. But it's going to be even funnier when they get out of the prison. They're like, so Zion, why did you like send us that stuff? Like, it was really weirdly done. And Zion's just going to look at Tiora and be like, I don't know why.
Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, why could that be Tior?
Hmm.
Okay. You again approach the gentleman. Having known you this time, he just holds out his hand for the silver, hands you a piece of paper and a quill.
Bending. You
This
don't have to
time,
write in blood.
Zion takes the quill and just goes, I need your age, Zion.
Okay. He takes the paper off you, folds it up into the pocket watch, and again steps back and to the right a bit, starts swinging it, and as he throws it again through the window of the prison. And again, Radel, you hear, got an item for a Radel? Radel? Item for
Sigh
Radel?
and turn reluctantly away from the 4th floor.
He is actually making his way up. You could just wait for him to get there.
No, honestly, I just want to get it over with so I can eat.
Okay. You are handed again, rather bluntly, a pocket watch.
I just open it up on the spot.
Inside, there is a letter. I say letter, there is a note. I need your age, Zion.
Guess the other was from Tior.
Now we've got that sorted.
Um. Ray's just not going to bother finding Totu.
Radel knows Totu's age. Ooh.
Yes.
Gee, I wonder why. But I'm doubting myself. Yes, I got it right.
Does Totu even know their age?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Oh, Totu's a little baby.
Oh,
Maturity is reached at 10.
You're still a little baby. You're 15.
Yes, I am small, thank you.
Okay. You again hand the pocket watch back to him with that on the inside, and he again just drops it out the window. Congratulations, you now have their age.
I pass the pocket watch to Tior and be like, "Now go right out."
You
the
don't
window."
get to keep the
We don't
pocket
get the pocket
watch.
watch.
Oh, okay.
You
A
get to
note.
keep the note.
You get to keep the note.
Okay, cool. A note.
You go back to the forger, and he takes the information from you and says, "I'll be done in 4 hours."
Okay, great. Thank you.
And that is where we will draw this session to a close.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
In prison, thanks.
yay. I love
I
that.
just think that's a good little point to leave on at this point.
I didn't get to sleep. I didn't get to eat.
You
We
did
will
get
we
to
will say
sleep.
that between now and the next session you will have managed to eat.
You
We'll do this bit here quickly, but you make your way back up to the 4th floor and you find Duke. He is actually a giant dung beetle.
oh. Heracross.
And in his like room cell, he has a bug farm. He has a pricing on the outside which is written in several different languages, one of which being common. It says standard meal, 4 copper. Medium meal, 6 copper. Large meal, 10 copper. All you can eat, 4 gold.
What the hell?
It's a bug farm. You could probably eat a lot of fucking bugs.
Yeah, fair. It's just jump like, oh, 4 copper, 6 copper, 10, 4 gold.
Yep, but like
Yeah,
for
no,
him
no,
to
no.
reproduce those bugs,
I
like
I understand why it's that high. I was just taken by surprise. It's all.
I guess I'll spend 10 copper.
I
Okay.
guess we need to say what we were giving for Drogath too.
I mean that's a really good point.
Oh dear. Oh.
Wait, do any of you know Drogath stuff?
No.
We know that
No.
he told us he was a half orc,
Yes.
and
But
he said
Drogath
and
probably
technically we
would.
do know where he's from, but we're not going to say that. We're going to say the Lower Kingdom.
Technically, Drogoth wouldn't Drogoth be like with you? So technically, you would he just tell you?
I don't know what Drogath is doing. He wouldn't be with the party.
Uh,
We will discuss that for next session, but he wouldn't be with the party because otherwise he would be having to do things that his character may or may not do.
okay.
What we will do is we'll just depending on what they do, he can just go and visit this forger while you guys are getting them out of prison.
Oh, true.
Because I believe he did run off towards the town.
I thought he was with us because we were talking about what we were gonna do.
So he probably would have been with you at the inn,
Yeah.
but then when you went off to find the forger, we are going to sort something out that he would have been doing because he's not been here for this session, and I'm not going to do things on behalf of his character because I
that's fair.
don't know if his character would do that.
Okay.
And I don't want to kind of like play his character as an NPC if it's not true to his character. I would
Mhm.
rather just say, what were you doing during this time? Because you were not actually with the group. Like you could have gone off and done your own little thing.
Mhm.
Because I think
But
that
yeah.
would be the most realistic way of doing this. If I'd really
Okay, I'll
thought about
figure
it, I should have asked him what he was doing before the session started, but
Yeah.
we can fill it in. Totu, you can just speak to any of the inmates and buy food.
Okay.
Depends what food you're after. Spirit food.
Just fruit.
Okay. So that is where we will draw the session to a close. Next session, you will have your papers. They will be done at that point.
Yeah.
And then we are doing not literally, but a prison break.
What?
We're breaking out of prison.